right. Welcome. We're going to give it a minute and give people a chance to sign on before we get started. But thank you for joining us today.
Hello.
Hello.
I like your plant, Carrie.
Thank you.
She has the cutest new office. It's so darling. She's got like the best
You'll have to come down.
Yes.
What floor are you on?
She's on
the 5th floor, the new temporary floor.
Okay.
Have you been up there?
We were up there on Sunday to do the Virginia Jackson, to look at the student work.
Thank you for doing that too.
Yeah.
It's a much different feel than the suites. It's a nice. I'm excited about the new floor. Okay, we'll give it another 30 seconds or so to let some people, and then they can. We'll get started, and people will still filter in.
Great. Do you guys have a handle on attendance yet, like compared to we're still in obviously COVID, even when people were making their plans for this show, but any comparisons to what a normal show would be?
Yeah, well, I don't have the final numbers. Obviously, the show doesn't end until noon tomorrow, but we certainly attendance is much improved from November, which was expected. November wasn't, we held the show for those that could come, but it obviously wasn't, a lot of visitors in person there. So we certainly were affected though by market being moved to after showtime. So November will really be our big show following the pandemic. So we're excited for that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So my name is Carrie Dillon. I am the Managing Director of the International Textile Alliance, or the ITA. The ITA is a nonprofit business association made up of textile mills, leather tanneries, trimmings manufacturers, fabric converters, and we produce a biannual trade show, Showtime Market, for our members. Showtime Market is going on right now through the 19th through tomorrow. We are hosting this series to give those that were either unable to attend this show or maybe have never attended Showtime a bit of a peek into what they would see if they were here. And so today we are here with Crypton. We have Denise Gutierrez, who is the design director, and Elise Gabrielson, who is the marketing director. So thank you both for joining us. I am gonna, and actually before I go, let me just mention that if you have not been to Showtime before, our next show is November 14th through the 17th. So I hope you will mark your calendar and make plans to attend. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please enter them in the Q&A section at the bottom, and we'll jump back on and address those at the end. So with that, I will turn it over to Elise and Denise.
Thanks, Carrie.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We're really excited to be here. It's really nice to see everybody again and to kind of feel like things are kind of getting a little bit back to normal. We have a lot of really great things that we're coming out with that we're showing this Showtime. We have a lot of really beautiful domestically made product. Crypton acquired Abercrombie Textiles about, what was it, a year and a half?
18 months ago, yep.
So we're really excited about what we have to show. We're gonna talk specifically today about one of our collections that we are launching here. And we are calling it our Crypton Home Performance Cotton Collection. Really excited about the fabrics, the design, there's an environmental element to it. So we're going to start out with just kind of sharing a quick little kind of sizzle video just to kind of explain a little bit about the collection. So I'm going to share my screen. 1 second. I hate this part. Let me find it. Sorry. All right. Carrie, you can see this, right? I hope so.
Yes, I can.
Sorry. Stop it here, and then that way we can kind of flip through the fabric.
Yep.
Cool.
Go through the fabrics and everything. You don't want to start on that slide.
Yeah.
Just right through
Yeah.
the fabrics.
So we are really excited about this collection. Again, it's our performance cotton collection. As I'm hoping everyone knows, Crypton's been in the performance textile space for over 25 years. And I think, there's a lot of really cool stuff happening in the performance space in general. So a lot of companies doing really interesting things. And for us, we really, listen to our manufacturer partners, our retailers, interior designers kind of coming and saying, we're really looking for a natural story from Crypton, something with more, linens and cottons. And we do a lot of polyester blends in a lot of our designs because of the fact of its durability. So our design team went and worked really, really hard on this collection that incorporates over 50% cotton. Every fabric we're going to show you in this collection is either 50% or more of cotton, and then there's the element of it's not only cotton but it's actually recycled cotton, and the cotton is actually broken down from the garment industry, so waste textiles. So we kind of have a really cool, interesting kind of. So we're hitting the natural look. We're hitting having a more cotton story. So it really kind of checks the boxes. And then in addition to all of that, we have our Crypton patented technology with stain and odor resistant to add to the whole collection. So really excited about it. We're going to kind of virtually flip through. I think it's easier to do it like on a screen versus like trying to show fabric up to the camera. And I'm going to kind of ask Denise some questions about the collection, and we're just going to kind of walk you through. And if you have any questions throughout, just type it in the chat and we'll answer those later. So yeah, want to get started?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So how many fabrics, Denise, are in our performance cotton collection?
So we have 12 brand new patterns.
Okay.
Probably have about 100 SKUs. And you'll see some of our color pockets as well as our individual fabrics that we have designed. So these screens now are showing your actual color pockets, just to give you an idea of the color families that we worked on. So we have, the classic, the blues, the grays, and the charcoals. We all see browns kind of trending up, the neutrals warming a bit. That's bringing the browns back. Here we have our sienna russet story. And then green. Green has been really a hot, popular color the past, year. So now we'll talk about the patterns. This is Ollie. Ollie is a great, just broken twill, little hop sack, really natural looking. One of the beauties of this fabric and the yarn that we are using is that it's 70% cotton, 30% poly, and we're able to get color consistency even using a recycled product, because the recycled product is actually already dyed. It's post-consumer. So we have the polyester in there to give us that color control and always have consistent color, dye lot after dye lot. So Ollie is our first pattern. You can see all the colors.
And can you kind of talk just a little bit about like the design process and like what goes into actually getting these fabrics to pass all of the Crypton requirements? Can you just kind of talk about like the types of things that you guys like are thinking about and have to like design for when it comes to like any fabric that Crypton has?
Yeah, so this is like one of the most rewarding but challenging aspects of what we do is creating a fabric and then, you know, looking at all of the performance issues that we do need to pass. So all of our fabrics, what we're designing into them is we're designing them to make sure that they're going to go at least 20 to 50,000 double rubs. On most of our fabrics, we are up at 50,000 and above. Another thing is we are really stringent on pilling. We will not accept anything or put anything into the line that has a 3 or below. So everything's a 3.5 or higher on these goods. Seam slippage, where, you know, we want to make sure industry standard is, or for tear strength, industry standard is 25 pounds. We want to be above 30, 35, 40. We like seeing numbers in 40 or above. So it's always a challenge. We will go back, like this new structure that you're looking at, we actually went back, added more picks so we can get that higher seam strength, even though we were passing, you know, at a 26, 27. We don't think that's good enough. And then mainly that has to do with the way people are upholstering now. Cushions are getting overstuffed and everything. So we don't want any, you know, seams to, you know, you don't want to see your thread that you're sewing the seams together with.
Right. I think that's something that, you know, we get asked a lot too. Like, could we pick this fabric and make it a Crypton fabric? And no, the answer is no. So I think it's really interesting to kind of hear about the design process and kind of what goes into really getting these fabrics to become a Crypton, even before the technology aspect of it. And the fact that it, you know, is 50% or more cotton, I think is just fabulous. So yeah, let's go over a couple more. We'll just kind of do a few more patterns just to kind of show the breadth.
Yes, and here, I think Birdie here just shows the breadth of what we can do with color. It's a great bird's eye pattern. It has a little bit of like, you know, interest there with the diamond shape. I think if you move on to one of the things that we're doing, like Bunny has a really great hand. We introduced a couple of picks of polyester chenille in there, just to, you know, it has a great drape and it just feels luscious. That's why we ended up calling it Bunny.
Oh, I love it. And I think the other thing too, I mean, you know, it's really great with design and everything that we're doing, both domestically and globally. You know, what Crypton is all about is designing fabrics for the indoors. So, you know, these fabrics are really like made specifically for your sofas and your chairs for the inside of your home. And I think one of the trends, you know, that we're seeing a ton of is like really chunky, soft textures, like with COVID and people being in their homes, like having like those like really tactile, like
you want a
cozy,
cocoon. You
yeah.
want a cocoon, like.
And so I think like, I mean, that look is one thing, but then also being able to have like a white kind of chunky boucle that's super cleanable, that can stand up to like Zoom calls and classrooms on your sofa and all the things I think that everybody's kind of had to like live with over the last year. It's really exciting to kind of have this story and these types of looks. Why don't you talk about Cable? She's so cute.
Yes, so Cable, yes. So Cable looks like a cable knit sweater. Here, we're taking a cotton chenille yarn and we're boucléing it in-house. So we get a nice loop pile on it. And it really does give you this lush boucle type of feeling. And then showing jacquard capability, just to give you a more plush type of a jacquard.
Yeah, and can you kind of talk about a little bit like our yarns that we're doing and producing in-house, like some of the novelty yarns, like?
So we have the capability of taking any yarn and putting it on a spinning machine and, you know, making it a boucle, multicolor. And we're really trying to take advantage of that to, you know, come up with new different looks every season, and we're controlling the, you know, how we're doing that.
Okay. I love that. It's so cool to see too.
Yeah. This is Clinton. You know, and Clinton here is, you know, it's a great Scandinavian type of a plaid. Again, the colors are very warm and organic. And that's one of the things that we see too. And this product just fits so well into a lot of trends that we're seeing. Not only is it the natural story, but it's also that organic color. Color's getting a little bit softer and maintaining that the organic look, like vegetable dye type looks. And this just fits right in there.
And the other thing we didn't touch on, but you can see here at the bottom of this page, we have a strategic partnership with Cotton Incorporated. So if the fabrics are 70% or more a cotton content, we actually are able to use and have the seal of cotton. So you can see here on the bottom that this is actually one that meets that criteria. So, working with them to kind of promote the collection as well. So that's really cool to kind of have them involved in this collection too.
So Dixie, is this your classic broken up stripe, kind of has a menswear type of a feel to it? But again, it gives you that natural look, that natural like cotton linen look on a sofa frame. Fin, again, a basket weave pattern. Some of our colors that you really can't see on the screen, but we also did like a box motion so you get this nuanced color shift within the pattern.
And then, do you want to kind of go back to the beginning of it and just kind of touch one more time? Or do you want to go through?
Can you flip? We don't have to go through all of them now, but can you flip to Lexi? Oh, okay. So Lexi, actually go back to La Di Da. So La Di Da is one of our yarn capabilities that we have in-house. Here we're spinning a cotton yarn into a boucle. And if you can look at the colors that we have on the right-hand side, you can see how we're able to marl the colors and get this really nice, soft boucle cotton fabric that is also performance.
Love it. Oh, and then you wanted to talk about Lexi, right?
And then Lexi. So then we're able to,
this is one of my favorites.
Yeah. So then we have the, the capabilities to, put that yarn in a stripe. So now with Lexi, La Di Da, and Ali, which was the first fabric we talked about, they all three of them can work together where you can have your solid, little broken twill on a sofa, and then you can accessorize with the La Di Da and the Lexi.
So we're not going to show you all the rest of them.
Yes.
We're going to kind of keep a little bit of a teaser. So if you're interested in getting you weren't able to come to Showtime and you'd like to see either this presentation or samples, reach out to, I'm assuming your rep, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or marketing at Crypton. You can email us there as well. I'm going to just kind of recap real quick, like here at the beginning of my little presentation. Just some of the, again, like to reiterate, like the key points of, this collection. Again, it's 50% recycled cotton or more. It's woven in the USA at our mill, Abercrombie Textiles. It features Crypton Home and our patented stain and odor resistant technology. These fabrics are all designed for the inside of your home. So you really get those like beautiful chunky textures that everybody's looking for. All of our fabrics are Green Guard Gold certified. So that's another element of what we really take seriously when it comes to sustainability and indoor air quality, et cetera. And then all of the fabrics, if they meet or exceed 70% cotton, they actually will carry like the seal of cotton on the tags themselves. So I think that kind of wraps it up for us. Carrie, is that good?
Yes, thank you. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A. I appreciate you guys putting that together for us.
Yeah.
Sharing a little bit of the Crypton magic. All right, so it looks like I do have a question here.
Okay.
About if there is a designer that is interested in putting Crypton in one of their products, where could they find Crypton?
Yeah, so we are really lucky to work with the best in the biz when it comes to our furniture manufacturer partners and our distributor partners like Cravat, Fabricut, Greenhouse, United Fabrics, Charlotte Fabrics, and that's just a handful of our partners that carry Crypton Home. And if you go to our website, which I could actually put in the chat, we have a list of all of our to the trade partners that carry Crypton Home. Okay. You can see it at Furniture Market coming up here in June. Our fabrics are in over, I think, 80 furniture showrooms. So you can find that list on our site as well.
So the list of locations as well as the list of where they could see it at market.
Correct.
It's on the website. Okay. Yep. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, it seems that you must have answered all of the questions that anyone had.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great work.
All right. Well, thank you, Carrie. This was fun.
Yes.
Of course. Well, yeah, thank you again, both of you, for joining us. And to the rest of the audience, we do have 2 more of in our performance series this afternoon. We have Bella Dura at 1 p.m. and STI Revolution Fabrics at 3 p.m. So be sure to register for those. And thank you all for joining us.
Thanks,
Yay,
guys.
thanks
All
everybody.
right. Bye-bye.